Alright, welcome back. With the loss of the Marauders, with the defeat of the Marauders, and the end of the war, we can finally take a moment to um, rebuild our defenses, rebuild our mining stations, economy, reinforce our fleets. Yeah, because we have plenty of planets to work with, and then set ourselves some new goals later on. So, fleets are going back to their original stations. Let's split them up. Gamma Fleet is going to be stationed at Suyo on the northern flank. Beta Fleet is going to be stationed at Hudranus with the Evangelizing Zealots. And Alpha Fleet is going to be stationed at the southern border. That's about it, about this. Just need to prepare all that mess. We still have some debris that we can research. So I think we're mostly done. Okay, so fleet command limit. Actually, yeah, that's the best option, honestly. So let's go with it. Gonna rebuild those stations again. Just I'm getting used to that. Really, should upgrade those power planets. Get rid of those craters. Build some new robotic pops. Okay. Okay, and over here as well. Queue up some pops. Alright, so I think we have some new toys to play with. So let's see. Right, so we have new shields. We have tier 4 shields, and we have Reaper autocannons, which are going to be very, very effective. And new boosters. Well, let's see how many shields we can slap on top of this cruiser. Only one. Alright, so let's use one improved reactor. And this is good. Then we can update our destroyers. Now we're gonna need to use some boosters here, since there are. Yeah. Okay, and finally our corvettes. Which is going to give our corvettes a nice boost. And there we go. So the one thing I actually forgot is that we got neutron torpedoes. And I think we might be able to put them into good use. Let's see, neutron torpedoes. Accuracy is spot on, 90%, long range, and 75 hull damage. Let's see how much tracking we can stack. So we have 10 from our sensors. We have another 10 from our combat computer. That's make it 20, and that's gonna make it 25 tracking total for the proton launchers. Question if it's worth it. 25, and enemies are composed of mostly, let's see, let's take this 10k fleet as an example. So they still have plenty of destroyers and corvettes. So their destroyers have 41 evasion. It's still not enough. So no, we can't use proton launchers unless we have some proper tracking modules. So this is too early for that. But we still managed to do some nice upgrades to our fleets. We're gonna upgrade them once we get enough minerals. And yeah. So this planet just got colonized by our sector, actually just finishing colonizing. And our job is to close that malus with the planets we do have. That food tiles are useless. Let's get some power plants instead. Actually, that planet is a good candidate for research since it has this energy engineering output, so we should get some research stations here. Nice that Malus is closing. Nice and slow. Okay. Who's this guy insulting me? Oh, he's over here. Far away. Think he's safe insulting me just because he's not next to me. We'll see. One day I will get to them, and then we'll see if they will be so brave to insult us again. Lots of stuff to build over here. Peace offers, so the fanatical purifier signed peace with warring empires, mostly because of us decimating their fleets, so they have no real forces to assault their core worlds, so they get to live another day. Right, so I think we've rebuilt, almost finished rebuilding our mines. Okay. Right, let's see what we can do with our star bases. Let's see if we can upgrade our star bases, especially those the trading hubs. Right, so this is an anchorage starbase. This one should be a trading hub starbase, if I remember. Yeah, let's upgrade this one. Let's upgrade this one as well. Another 8? Are you kidding me? Wow, this is annoying. Okay, this is simply annoying. I just won't let go. Okay, let's get our fleet into Lacium Prime. And those marauders are pissing me off. Coastal Discovery. Okay. I would really want to upgrade my fleets. Let's borrow some money from our sectors. Must be some station they can park. So Alpha and Gamma are upgrading. Let's get that precursor anomaly. And yeah, I think I'm gonna I'm almost done developing this planet. Let's get some unity boosters here. And so this planet is done. We can throw it into the sector. Actually, let's upgrade the Beta Fleet and Tier. Should have done it before they left the system. Okay. So we know where they're coming from. So honestly, I should just get let's go to Faggy system, which is now has the service station, so we can park our fleets next to the wormhole, which the marauders come. The marauders pop from. Federation Association. So the Federation starts now. First Federation just formed. Right, Gamma Fleet just finished reinforcing and they're refitting. Let's get them also to this system, which has just, the name is just too difficult to pronounce for me. Beta Fleet is still undergoing some refitting there. Lots of Cyberx artifact recovered. Okay, alright. Let's get some research stations. We need to use some power plants. Alright, and Battle fleet is ready to go. So let's also tell them to go to our meeting point. Once they come here, once all fleets are in position, we'll be able to greet those marauders. Give them a nice greeting this time. Wow, this Malox is becoming a real burden. Doesn't help that I build those mining stations, but I don't want to give up on those tiles. They have such a good bonus. Okay, done with this planet as well. Gonna fill Duke with mostly. I think I'm just gonna override all of those with power planets. Alright, deep core mining is done. And we got advanced afterburners, which is a decent tech. Then we also have Star Fortress. Do we need Star Fortress? That's the question. Do we need Star Fortress? I don't think we need Star Fortress just yet. We're still in the process of upgrading everything into a Starhold, so let's go for afterburners. Okay. Alright, so I think we've done scavenging all the ship debris. So now we just need to get our fleets in position. And I think all of them are okay. So production target just ran out, but no problem, we can just activate it again. Alright, so all fleets are in position now. And reinforced as well. Perfect. Just sitting below that starbase upkeep now penalty. Bit of a problem. Well, the final tier of gamma lasers is almost done. That's going to be very, very nice. Give us a nice boost in damage. And I think our next target would be the Zealots. Let's see how the Zealots are doing actually. In some quite some time before checked on them. So they have an inferior fleet power. This is very good. The fleet power is stationed in the north, and we can actually see its entire navy. So that's 3 fleets of around 4k, 6k, 2k, around 12k in power. Nothing we can't handle. And the composition is defense, a mix of defenses, as well as a mix of kinetic and energy weapons. Actually, that's quite a lot of kinetic weaponry. Yeah, okay. They have some advanced railguns, that's tier 4 railguns. And I think they make a good target for expansion since those planets are here. We can just take them. And so I think I had some. We can keep upgrading that trading hub port. The backline, so there's another one, like this fudgy. It's also my trading port. What's that? Society? Oh, we have lost, unit lost. But the first one that malfunctioned, okay. Had to happen. Let's see if there are any researchers. That's the first time I'm actually in this recruitment scheme on scientists. Let's see if we have anything interesting. Let's see if we can roll someone good. I have some energy to spare, so let's roll the dice. Nothing good, honestly. Just meh. I'm gonna give it one more shot. Just go on. No luck to roll any genius scientists, but that would do. Okay, let's get those some power plants going. Could you really use some upgrades for the power plants? That's only tier 2. Really behind it, that tech. Oh yeah, we need to reinforce our transport ships. I think our main base was at 0, so let's build some armies there. Some quite a lot armies actually. We need lots of them if we want to attack the zealots, which have their planets heavily reinforced. I think this is also a good time to look at our shipyards. Since we're going to assault the zealots, let's try and build some proper backline support in terms of shipyards. So this one is all set up. There could also be a useful backline shipyard, so let's give it battle simulators. Now, for our remaining, we should actually just go over our spaceports and just see what they need, if we can upgrade them. One has lots of space, so I think we can make it an anchorage base. And then get this anchorage upgrade once it's done finishing building anchorage. And that's enough for now. I think we're fine in terms of cap. In terms of naval capacity, that is. Okay. Still waiting for those pirates though. I don't want to open a war unless I know for certain no more marauders will come. Alright, so we have a tier 3 plasma available. Improved assist research. And question is, what do we go with? Alright, antimatter power is pretty good. And so improved assist research we don't really need, same as physics lab. It's not really necessary right now. The main thing about to think about is either we need to get those plasma cannons, which honestly we don't have that much tracking computer to support them, or we go for the antimatter reactor, which is always very useful. It is always available, so I think we're gonna maybe get plasma. We do have lasers, though we don't really need that plasma. We just finished researching our lasers. Let's get to energy reactors first. I think it's more important. And at the same time, let's get to lasers. And yeah, since we're using high-tech stuff, so our power requirement increases. So we should get some better power sources for our ships. Right, so that's tier 5 lasers. That's perfect. This is a bit outdated. Maybe I can replace it with something. Actually, maybe I'll just put a proton launcher over here. So That could be a possibility. How about a large railgun? No, just horribly inaccurate. Railguns are just such a bad accuracy in tracking. Let's try a proton launcher and see how it goes. Yeah, we can analyze how effective it is once fleet combat has started. However, we now need, since this thing costs has a big power requirement, so let's get some boosters. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this will work out. Oh, whoa. Why are you going to? Why isn't it upgrading right here? Ah, that's because there is no space yard in this planet. Okay, let's get a space yard here going, just so we can upgrade our ships without them leaving the planet. Okay, and that would be the Off-World Trading Company. That mouse is like never ending. I really need to close it somehow. Just no matter how many power plants I build, I just can't close it. Let's upgrade those power plants. Still plenty of room to build here. And ladies and gentlemen, there's our guests. Let's give them a nice greeting. Ah, that's a war going on. Then we should be able to catch them fairly quickly. Yeah. Okay, fleet command limit increased. Aha, so, what is the command center? Okay, that's, it's alright, but, actually it'd be nice to get this terrestrial sculpting. The reason for this is that we will be then able to get machine worlds as our terraforming option. And machine worlds are very, very good. And yeah, synthetic age is also decent. Yeah, so let's get terrestrial sculpturing first. Get to small orders finally. Yeah, we go. You aren't getting away this time. There we go. That is the end of the Marauders. Destroyed as a result of fleet action. Oh yes. Let this be a lesson, indeed. Let this be a lesson into their kind. Just lost 3 corvettes. Nothing too serious. Alright, so let's get our fleets back to the original positions. Gamma fleet, Alpha fleet is going to 0. Actually, let's transfer them to the northern flank since we are probably going to attack the Zealots. And yeah, refit them. There's some more debris we can scan from the Marauders. Alright, so now we can safely declare some more wars. Since Marauders weren't likely to come again. So this planet has been still have plenty of work to do here. I want to micromanage it myself, so that I won't do any funky stuff here, because we need to pump lots of power plants here. I'm gonna feed it with power plants. Even just gonna override those research nodes. Well, except this one. Okay, so this has been queued up. I really hope for research that will give us a better computers. The next one is going to be very nice. And with better computers, we can actually make use of those large weapons against smaller ships. And this is very good because large weapons hits pretty hard, and if they have a good enough accuracy, they can absolutely obliterate corvettes and destroyers. So, and cruisers are perfect for this job. Okay, still a spot I missed. Okay, here we go. Got more transports. Okay, we have a base here as well. And let's see how our star base is faring. I think it's time to start working on their upgrades. That's it. Once the fleets will dock, we will get a better income. Then we're gonna make a nice campaign against the Zealots, which should be easier since they have no allies. So, as fanatical purifier empires, the best targets are, unless you have some other things to do in mind, but the best targets are those that are completely alone and isolated, that they have no friends. Those are the best targets to focus first. Okay, time to upgrade our ships and reinforce them. So, if we want to summarize a bit the early game, and in terms of combat, if you're just looking at this and want to know like what is the final good loadout that you can use against the AI and what weapons you should focus. My opinion, as you probably see me using them, I think that the best weapons to use at the early game are autocannons and lasers. Okay, those are my favorite weapons. The reason is that lasers, first of all, lasers has great accuracy. They have base accuracy of 90%, which is very high. And they're just all-rounders. They are your best solution to deal with early game armor. They are accurate. Other than armor, they have they just like I said, they have excellent accuracy, good damage. And they're just reliable. And autocannons, which are just your bread and butter for everything. They have excellent accuracy, they have excellent tracking, they have good damage against shields. They are going to be your shield killers for like a majority of the early game and even the mid game. They have good hull damage. Their weakness at killing armor is compensated by your lasers, and together they work really well in tandem. You saw that in the early game we faced fleets of even with a mix of corvettes and destroyers and even some cruisers, and we had no problem killing them with even just minimal losses, and it worked really well. In terms of ships, corvettes are excellent. Just in the first 60, 70 years, we had no problem fending off enemy empires and declaring wars and just warring with just corvettes. We got the destroyer tech pretty late into the game. I think it was about 60 years in, and corvettes had no problem dealing with everything. We just thrown at them, and they're also pretty quick, so you can reposition them wherever you need them to respond to threats around your borders. And then you have destroyers. You don't need a lot of them. Usually 5 per fleet. 10 works fine. The role is just that they do whatever corvettes do, but they can do it better. They still have those. They have the autocannon loadout of the corvettes. They have a good evasion. 45 is a good evasion to dodge most weapons, especially the early game where most empires don't have high tracking computers and high sensors. They're also capable of dealing good damage against bigger targets. They have medium slots weapons and even large slot weapons, which you can utilize later in the late game. But for mid game, medium slots, 2 medium slots and 2 small slots are perfect for destroyers. You don't need a large slot on them early on because you're mostly dealing with small targets. So destroyers are your all-rounders, they can deal with pretty much everything, and they have good survivability. We also got lucky and we've researched their hull point increase technology, which really drastically improved their hull points by 2 times. Each research gave them, I think, 200 hit points from 400 to 800. It was just a huge survivability. And as the mid game comes to approach, you should implement some cruisers. Cruisers are just excellent tanks. They have excellent damage dealers. They simply have more guns on the platform, and you don't need lots of them. Again, it's important to watch your economy. As you upgrade your cruisers, the upkeep is going to rise. Now it's almost 10 minerals upkeep. 10 minerals per cruiser. This is very, very big. So 3, 5, I usually run 5 of them, and I like to give them a mix, just a mix of medium and small weapons, give them a close quarters, a fashion, just a play style, mix some lasers on them, autocannons. You should be good to go. They just get the job done. They're tanky, they're relatively quick, and yeah, they're versatile. And later on you can see that we can outfit them with different variety of configurations to face some mid and late game threats. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That should solve you for the early game, and so even uh, allow you to quickly win wars, and very easy, even against seemingly multiple empires which seem superior in technology. But that's about it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.